Noah. Zan, hello. Happy Friday. How you guys doing? Papa Julian, how are you doing today? Thank you for all the kind comments you've been dropping on my videos recently, Papa Julian. It really warms my heart, for real. I'm really bad at replying at comments. I'm trying to get back into like the motion of it, but I see your comments and they make my day, truly. So thank you. You're just wonderful. It's almost Saturday here. True. That is true. That's crazy. Yeah, now that I think about that, it's crazy. We are on Twitch and I'm on both Twitch and TikTok. If you want to hang out on Twitch, link in my bio. Heinz, hello. I looked through my friend requests and did not see you on Facebook. I don't know if you have to send it again or if it's... Can you message me on Facebook? If you want me to accept your friend request, just message me. And then I'll do it like a background. I just go to your profile and like accept it or whatever. What are you streaming on Twitch? Nothing. I'm just kind of hanging out. We do have a dog camera on Twitch. And channel points. But yeah, link in my bio. Countdown really slow for me going to... Oh, thank you. Who said that? Joey, welcome in. Thank you. Welcome in, y'all. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Friday. 420, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome back. How's your Friday going? Yeah, we're over on Twitch. Link in my bio if you want to come hang out on Twitch. There's also new stuff on my Patreon. Link in my bio. Guys, I'm going to be streaming all weekend. This is going to be like a whatever stream, but Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Odin's surgery is on Tuesday. We're $1,300 away, so we're going to be raising money this weekend for Odin. But just tonight, we're just going to be hanging out, chilling. Willem, welcome back in. Mike Foxtrot, hello, my dear. How you doing? Welcome in, y'all. How's your guys' Friday going? I am much... Oh, hell yeah. Well, stay safe on your trip. I hope it's a wonderful trip. I put my lights up, as you can see. I've been wanting these lights forever. Shuko actually got them for me off my wish list. That guy is really freaking bright. The white one, I don't know if I like it. This blue one, you guys can't see the blue one. That guy's about to fall. But I think I need to remove them a little bit. What do we think? I think this one needs to be a yellow one instead of a white one. Because this one's blue. Kind of looks white anyway. This one's pink. Sorry, you guys can't see because I'm holding my phone. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Luis, thank you. David, hello from Colorado. I was in Colorado for a bit. What's up, mommy? Slim Chisel, welcome in. Yes. I'm actually really feeling the white hair lately. I might do some mint blue streaks, but the white hair, I feel it lately. Garrett, welcome back. Your moves a vibe. Thank you. This is my podcast room. Thank you for the donuts. I'm trying to figure out these channel points still on my freaking computer. I can't seem to figure out how to get these to make sound because they won't make sound.
Only one.
Can you guys hear the channel points on Twitch? So I use Mix It Up on Twitch for my channel points. So like when someone clicks like the pickles, there's like that scene from SpongeBob where it's like, you forgot the pickles, right? No one can hear it. I can't. No one on Twitch can hear it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong though. Yeah. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but if you want to help out with that, if you're in the Discord, let me know and I'll message you. But you heard it? Okay, cool. I did not hear it then, so I'm halfway there. Woohoo! I just click random shit, kind of like how I play Mortal Kombat and stuff. I just click random buttons. Albino Wookie! Okay, Garrett, good to know. I might shoot you a message if you can help. Feel free. If you can't, then that's okay too. Ecstasy Panda, welcome in and thank you for the follow. Ryan, hello. Night's going well. How's your night going, Albino Wookie? Are we any further along, closer to your goal with the apartment, whatever? You can button mash moderating, apparently. Nice. Yeah, the other day was crazy. I've never had, like, trolls come in on Twitch like that. I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, I don't understand how someone created an account 30 minutes and then just, like, flooded my account. Or, like, where did you even come from? Who are you? Someone explain it to me. I don't know. My middle name is tech support. Hell yeah. Stuck on the couch, my back decided to frig off Wednesday. Well, I'm glad you're still taking time to yourself. That's no joke. Like when you tear a muscle and stuff, like especially as we get older, like it's best to stay off your feet and everything. Some possible places, but nothing yet. Where are you located? Las Vegas, right? How goes it? It goes, Zach. How goes it for you? What do you mean, Papa, some big cat? Love the tats. Thank you. I have to, like, this is the worst, but oof. Yeah, damn, dude. I hope you feel better soon. I don't know if I don't know what you're doing. Like, he always helps me. My legs are recovering. Hell yeah. Anthora, welcome back. Wait. Going from TikTok to Twitch A. Wait, who are you on TikTok? Are you?
The pickles!
During the Eclipse Festival. Ooh, that's not good. Are you okay? Hopefully it wasn't too bad. How decor the office. I saw something on Facebook where some guy decorated his cubicle like a full-on like freaking like cabin style. Like had fake plushy like deer heads on his cubicle walls and stuff. How big are my gauges? 37 millimeters. I'm not far from that. Okay. Well, I hope you get better soon, Ryan. Truly. Smiles, hello. Hello, hello. How you guys doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing well. Now I'm a stab. Hell yeah. I'm at 14. Nice. Oh, okay. Never made it to Vegas. Okay, I thought you were in Vegas. My bad. I mean, I think I'm right on Twitch. Are you? Okay. Well, good to know. I thought you were like someone else I was just talking to. You like came over here or something. I don't know. Trevor, thank you for the follow. You guys are great. Yeah. Damn, that really sucks. Okay, so I thought you're over here too now. Hi, Anthora. So wait, you're in California, yeah? I had Twitch too. Cool. We're doing well over here, Trevor. How you doing? Oh, okay. Well, there's quite a bit of people from what I know on our streams and stuff that are in California. I know the rent's kind of steep there, though. Is there something in particular that... Hopefully this isn't too personal. If it is, just, like, ignore me, okay? I won't mind. I'll just message you. Thank you, Shane! Lee, hello! It is. Is there something that's keeping you to California? Because given... finances, maybe there's a cheaper place to live? I don't know. That's up to you. That's, like, obviously. But, I'm your lone Kansas viewer. Hell yeah. By your koi pond? Hell yeah. I love that. Got this jazzy coffee house music going on. I'm just kind of looking for somewhere to go. Gotcha. Well, yeah, I wish I could think outside of the box right now. I'll think of some things and I'll throw some ideas at you later. And take a walk, guys. See, you love SpongeBob. I do. Not as much as people would assume just because of, like, the background and stuff like that. It's just because, like, I've had this username forever and this is my podcast room, so why not, like, paint a SpongeBob theme. Absolutely, Albino Wookie. Oh, thank you. You can find this on Amazon. It's quite expensive, but Yeah, HyperX Quadcast. My house and I'm ready on her. Oh, yeah. What are your podcasts about? Just kind of like things I like to talk about, my special interests. Anything like spiritual, energy, quantum related, psychedelics. Just talking about like crazy ideas, conspiracy theories, holistic health, which kind of goes into conspiracy as well. Hello, how you doing? Did you get a new account? I saw you followed me again. Unless you unfollowed me, and then I'm gonna go cry. Anything to get money? What did I say? Oh, for my podcast? Well, I do not make money on my podcast. Well, I mean, kind of. I do, actually. Big baller. I made like $73 last month on my podcast, so that's pretty cool. Thank you. Also, everyone who subs to me on Twitch, that's thanks to you guys, so thank you. But yeah, I don't really do it for money. I did it way before I ever earned money on it, and I don't make big bucks. I just like to teach people and help them through things. And we talk a lot about trauma, because I've been through a lot of trauma, and people usually who resonate with me have been through trauma, and being open and stuff about that is usually something that I like to promote on my channel. Stream confirmed? No, maybe some tabs of stuff, but I've never done that stuff yet. I'm trying to be cautious with the words because TikTok. Look at post your podcast. So I do my podcast like I combine it with Twitch and TikTok, so I do it on both. But you can always find them on Twitch. Like when I'm done, I'll post them on Twitch, and then YouTube. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. No, oh my god. Are you doing, I mean, I don't know even if I should ask if you're doing alright. Like, I hope you're doing okay though. Hanging in there. Thanks. Circular in the past. Have you ever thought about time being circular in the past and future, one day touch converge? I don't know if I think of it in like that sense, but you know, they say time is like not linear, and like you could look at a planet and be looking at things and that could be happening in the past technically, or even in the future. So I wouldn't like, you know, say anything against it. Before, right? Work helps, only one day off. Ugh. Well, I guess. I guess some people need to distract themselves. Some people, you know, grief is different for everyone. For me, I need to take time off to grieve, but all I can say is I'm here for you. If you need anything, reach out. The group's here for you. Discord, you know. Some planets move faster. I start manifesting. That's a good thing, if you ask me. Dude, you guys, so never in my life have I rented somewhere and not have a rent increase. They increased my rent for the next year or 2 years, however long I decided to sign, which will probably be 2 years. But they increased it to $23.50 or something, and it's $2,200 right now. It's about $2,500 a month once I get like the utilities and stuff like that, electric, water, and everything. But I got an email today, and they emailed me a renewal offer that's less than what I pay now. That's cool as fuck. I love that. Because I was panicking a bit, so it's very insane. I think some people on TikTok are sick of streaming in the future. Maybe. People don't join my lives. It's better than where I live. People don't join my lives on my other account either. I think it has something to do with how your account is, not really you, personally. Patrick, hello. T Dizzy, hello. Someone farted. It smelled disgusting. Much love, y'all. Sounds good, Anthro-Rat. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have a good Friday night. Take care of yourself. See you later. Can skip a water heavy shit. Hell yeah. Charles, welcome in. No, I'm not on my other account. Not right now. I'm on this account, obviously. By the way, y'all, there's going to be new stuff on Patreon tonight. Link in my bio if you want to check it out. We're about $1,300 away from Odin's surgery goal, and that's next Tuesday. So if you want to donate, there's a link in my bio. If you don't want to, that's cool too. Just hang out with us. We've been good over here, Patrick. How are you doing? Magic Moon, welcome back. I'm starstruck. I appreciate that, Newt. Yeah, you got a good vibe going on in your life, so we're doing good. Joe, how are you doing? Spongy's a little sick today, but nonetheless, we're doing good. I ordered new food for them, so they're getting off of that Hill Science. I think I finally found a food that I feel comfortable with them trying. It's a little bit more expensive. It'll cost me probably double. Like, their food costs about $80 a month. This food costs about $100 per 20-pound bag. They go through 35 pounds in a month. So I'll have to buy 2 of these $100 bags. But it's called Family Farm, I think. Post it on my Facebook. But yeah. So, because ever since Joe in here, he's right here. He's there. He talked about how one of his pups passed away, and they were on the same Hill Science dog food. And the dogs, I've noticed, like, if they don't eat the raw food that I make them, if they just stick to kibble for like 2 weeks, they start having gut issues. They start vomiting a lot and having the shits. So, and I noticed when I was pouring their new food in versus like the old bag of food, their food was different. Like the kibble in the one bag was different than the other, so I don't know what's different, but I don't trust it anymore. And now having a friend on here that says, like, you know, their pup had complications with that food as well. Like, I've been trying to look for foods that I find better and trust, but there's really not many. But I think I finally found one, so I'm looking forward to it. Spudgy was feeling sick earlier, but she's feeling a little better. She's looking beefsier, and she had some raw food earlier, so other than that, the dogs are doing great. They had their bones. Yeah, just chilling. Odin's 2 surgeries coming up, and we're slowly but surely making our way to that. Why do you need special food? I can look up recipes. Oh, just because the food just isn't that good. And okay, sounds good, Charles. Thanks for popping in. Well, I'm glad you're surviving at least, Patrick. You deserve a treat for that. Treat yourself. Thank you for all the likes. Yeah, I already do their raw food for them. It's mainly just because dog food just isn't good. I did a series, not a series, but like a little podcast, whatever. We did it on my Twitch where we were talking about like Big Pharma. You know, we've been on the road with Big Pharma because of my health and me figuring out how food is so detrimental to our health and how it's so processed. And animal food quality is far below anything that humans can eat. And we went through like a series a podcast where we're looking into that, and pretty much like there's laws where as long as you heat the garbage up, literal garbage, that it can be fed to the animals. And then there was a documentary that I watched that I was just like, okay, like I don't like this. And then knowing that my dogs are like having gut issues and stuff like that, like I just didn't want them eating this food. I could tell the food was doing something. So I started them on this better diet where it's just better food for them. You know, they're going to get older, their joints are going to get worse, so I'm trying to do preventative care. I'm not trying to, when the issue arises, I'm not trying to hit it then when the issue happens, because I don't want the issue to happen in general. So I'm trying to do preventative care in general. Yeah, that's a Pomeranian. Also welcome in, Mr. Schmeckles. So, Spudgy has like a little cyst on her. She has like mastitis, like a little cyst. And that originally is what started it, but you know, Odin's getting older, and Beef and Shredder, they're big dogs, so their joints are going to go out, and if I don't take care of them in the beginnings. So, Michael Bones, hello, Hunt Me Slow, welcome in. So, pretty much, Ash, thank you for the follow on the Scout. Sorry about the doggos. Oh, no worries. They're actually relatively healthy, it's just this food that really sucks. And the little cyst that Spudgy has, I don't believe it's cancerous. The vets think it might be, but I don't think it is. Because it doesn't hurt her. She's had it for quite some time. And if it was cancerous, she would not be here anymore. Dog things. So far the diet's been proven real good for Spudge. And so I let the other dogs have it. But it's just really because I care about them and I want them to live as long as possible. Because if once they die, then I'm just gonna jump off cliff. Yeah. So. Anywho, break real quick. I gotta tell them that because I'm not allowed to smoke on TikTok. Freaking bitches. I hate how strict TikTok is. It is kind of hard to talk on TikTok occasionally when I'm talking about sensitive things. Anyway, Twitch, I hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I stream on both. I get more traffic on TikTok. I still haven't really figured out Twitch's like algorithm or whatever. Truthfully, I don't really know if I want to because I get really flustered when it comes to trolls. And I had like trolls come in last night. I didn't do so well with them. And Twitch is kind of like my safe space where I don't have trolls for once. All my other platforms have like the worst trolls and they're fucking mean. So like at least I can come into Twitch and know that like people aren't going to be god awful to me. But I do stream them together so that I can try to get more people onto my Twitch. But I haven't really hunkered down and figured out my Twitch algorithm or whatever, how to go viral on Twitch, which I want to do. But yeah, for now I just kind of combine streaming the two at once so that people can come on over and whatever. Yes, beets are very good for dogs. Jesse, thank you for the heart. Hell yeah, Arsenic. T-Bone Sanchez, welcome back. Hard to break into without knowing people. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I don't collab with people because, like, I try, also, welcome back, Jack. I try to collab with people, but, like, I'm not a big enough person to collab with the people I want to collab with. Like, usually the people I want to collab with are bigger people, right? And then I try to get people who are smaller than me to collab with me because then I'm like, okay, maybe, because I try to collab with them and they never message me. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm out of my bounds. Okay, let me go talk to people who have platforms less than mine. And then I do, and then those people get intimidated because my platform is more than theirs and they're going to get like a lot of traffic with what they talk about. And usually it's like about deep topics. So every time I've tried to collab with someone, they kind of back out last minute. When it comes to like people with less followers or whatever, which I don't care about that. I just want to collab with people because I know it's about community, but like nobody wants, people say they want to collab with me, but when it comes down to it, like nobody wants to collab with me. So I just keep rocking on my own until hopefully someone comes along and they're like, hey, I want to collab with you. I'll be like, hell yeah. I have zero interest in the stream, just saw the dog. Aw, hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you just popping in for the doggo. They appreciate it too. Twitch is very transactional. Yeah, pretty much I just like to talk to people. I don't really know what else to do on Twitch. Although I have a pretty good following on here. Without like having to try, to be honest. Like people just filter in from all of my other stuff. So I'm almost to 1,000. But I think maybe this year I'll try to take it a little more serious and try to build it. I'll collab with you, dog. Bet. For all the face. Yeah, I'm just trying to do my own thing. So I think that's really kind of what it is that like my platform doesn't really gear towards like one thing. It gears towards all of it because my ADHD and that's how I roll. Most people gear towards one thing, so I think when they see my stuff, it's not really a fit for their stuff. So much like brands don't want to collab with me because I'm all over the place, and then I don't really look the part, you know. There's a bunch of weird advice about growing on Twitch. It all sounds like bullshit, but it's all true. Okay. A fixed schedule. Yeah, I was like on and off. Like I was more consistent, and then like I moved, got sick. Like things were like, oh, it was just crazy. So now I'm more of getting into a schedule again. So that's like kind of the easy part for me is the consistency. But I think there's a little bit more to it because even when I was consistent, but to be honest, when I was consistent before, I didn't have like TikTok and stuff. Like I didn't blend things together before. Now I'm stepping into being more consistent and blending things, and that's where I'm finding my traffic is growing. but it's not ever growing strictly from Twitch. You know what I mean? It's always growing from my Instagram and things like that. People have Twitch, and then they'll come to my Twitch. But it's never like people find me through Twitch's algorithm. And on top of it, like, I play games, but I play like the lamest games. Like, I play Lego, Star Wars, like games that like not really people are interested in. But I'm not trying to cater to people, not in a mean way. Like, I try to do what makes me happy. People know this, and like what I want to do. So that way I'm excited and looking forward to doing it. So I don't want to be playing games that I'm not interested in just to appease people and trying to fit in and stuff like that. Thank you, Zachary. Klaus, yes. Ready to share. Hell yeah. Well, I love that, Buck. Also, welcome in. Jesse! Thank you again. Thank you for all the likes. You guys are great. Just a reminder, tonight's going to be like a short night. Well, we'll see. I don't know how long I'll be streaming tonight. These fucking gnats. They're all dead, but there's one that's been like alive in this room, and it stays in this area. I don't fucking know why. But thank you for the follow, Crypto. I don't know how late we'll stream tonight, but this weekend we're going to be streaming like long hours. Odin, this guy, the one that you, Fluffy Pomeranian, he needs surgery. It's about $1,300, well, it's about $1,400 deep, and we're about $1,300 in our goal. We've made $100. So it's on Tuesday, so I'm going to stream all weekend trying to raise money to make sure he gets his surgery done, because it's pretty freaking mandatory, like emergency mode. So, we're going to do that this weekend. If you want to join in, feel free to join in. If you don't want to, that's cool too. But you don't have to donate. Like, it's not required of you to donate. Literally, the more people that show up, just to support, that's where it pushes my content out to people who can donate. So if you don't feel like donating, if you can't donate, like, please don't. Whenever I say this, people feel bad, and I don't want you guys to feel bad. This is meant for people who can, like, are able to. And I hope that's not offensive to those who can't, because I don't think, like, how I explain it to people is, if you gave me $5 and never appeared again in my stream, I would take you appearing again in my stream over $5, because you coming back again is more valuable. And my feet, darling. Tiny sees welcome back. Todd, hello. And thank you for the follow. Patches.
Finally! I've been trying
You
to
have a
reach you
GF.
boys all day! Now that I've got you right where I want you!
It's going to be the best person at the news. Sean, welcome in. Yeah, now that things are a little more consistent, because like when I moved in, my health was going downhill, and then my health was going downhill. I had to build my PC, and then like all this, like, bills were going crazy. I lost one of my accounts for like my spicy stuff, so bills were like nuts, and it was just all over the place. So like Twitch became my last, like, on the burner, because I don't make much money on Twitch. I made $75 this month, so, well, 73, but still. Nonetheless, thank you guys who subbed to me, for real, because you guys are helping pay the bills. Okay, but, yeah, now that things are better, my health is getting better, I've caught up on things, like, after I was sick, I had to catch up on cleaning and all this shit. Videos, content, whatever. So now that I'm kind of getting into my own rhythm, because now I'm not doing as much photo shoots, I'm doing more content. YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. So now that I'm trying to get in this more consistent, like, schedule for myself, it's not like as a big deal to me to be consistent. I'm just like now getting back in the swing of things. So consistency is like my strongest suit. So if someone tells me, oh, you just gotta be consistent, say less. I am autistic. Routine is my favorite. Thank you for the tiny with my goth model friend Cherry Lips Cherry. Okay, maybe I have her on Instagram. That looks familiar. 2 weeks off work to let my hand heal, but no, that 13-hour shift. Oof! I hope you take it easy. That's gonna be. It's gonna be a curveball for a bit. You'll get back into the swing of things, but if a hurt hand happen, hopefully it doesn't get re-hurt. I missed a bunch of months worth of streaming. So back. Hell yeah. Well, I wasn't streaming for a good bit. Like, I would stream, but I wouldn't post it or anything, because usually it'd be about things that just happen. And like when Shuko and I stopped being friends, when it just happened, like I would answer questions. Like when people had questions, I'd answer it, but I wouldn't post about it because I had a feeling she was still on my page. And when things like that happen, I always feel a little weird, like explaining the situation, you know, to the stream and then posting it. You know, I don't know if she's watching, but like if she were to watch, I feel like that's like a little backhanded. So until I was ready to post it everywhere, then I would post it. But like now I'm fine with it. Like I was fine with it in the beginning, but it's more of like she was sending like her friends to like message me and shit. That was like really rude. So I wasn't trying to get like more chaos in my life from that shit. So in that sense, I would just like do a stream, and then if nobody like, I wouldn't post. So if you weren't on, then I would, you know, you wouldn't know about it. But I wasn't very consistent because it would just be like on the random just to make sure like my Twitch people were okay, because not everybody from Twitch comes to TikTok, and I don't want to just abandon you guys. So yeah. Coming back though, hell yeah. I feel that, and that's it's such a good thing, the recovery. I'm in the midst of that too, so proud of you. But yeah, I feel that the proud factor, like the, you know, just accomplishment, like me not needing my little scooter everywhere, like that in itself is like so huge to me. Like I just standing in the shower, and I, you know, some people are like, I stand in the shower all the time. Who fucking gives a shit? Yeah, well, when you can't really stand for a good few months, it means a lot. TikTok, Twitch, hell yeah. Right. Yeah, and I honestly, like, when I first cut her off, I more felt bad because I knew she was going to be looking for a reason why, and I didn't want her to feel like she didn't deserve an answer or anything, you know. But it's more of that you can't handle the truth. But for real, like I wasn't trying to add to her mental crises going on. So now I don't give a shit. My firm belief is if you don't want me to talk about the shit you do to me, then you should have chose better actions. I've done shit to people. They can talk about whatever the fuck I did. I don't give a shit. I've lived and learned. I've accepted the bad things I do. You can talk crap about it all you want. I'd probably laugh. I'd be like, yeah, good old days. We're grown now. Just kidding. You always come up on my For You page. Well, I hope that's a good thing. Shout out to the Twitch homies, right? You're my escape. Aw, hell yeah. Well, I hope that visit is going well. Yes, you did. Thank you, Papa Julian. I hope your night's going well. Frick, butterfly. My arms are fudge from my cast. Oh, shoes. Right, exactly. Yep. But yeah, I forget. Like, I don't really talk about it much, but I forget. Like, I'll talk about it if someone asks, but occasionally I'll like talk about it when it comes up in a situation, but rarely not. Before I'm I can't feel pain. Oh, well, that's a good thing. Kind of. For super. Trump is our Jesus. Trump is our Jesus! Ew. Like, I would not want to see that hanging on a cross, though. With just like a loincloth. Ugh! Put it away! There are children here. Disgusting. I'm here scooping farts into my mouth and I call it cuppo soup. Wild. Wild. What a night for you, huh? Right? I think it's from my oof. Well, that's a pro and a con. I remember when I was younger, I was always like, because I'm always in pain with my rheumatoid arthritis. You don't know that, but I have like really bad rheumatoid arthritis, and I've had it since I was 6. Maybe you do, I don't know. But I've always had chronic pain for a long time, so I was just like, ooh, it'd be nice to be hypnotized to not feel pain. But at the same time, I know pain receptors or the way of your body telling you something's wrong, you know, it's probably not the best idea, but nonetheless. I watched the 30-part Iliad. Oh my god, you're fucking amazing, dude. For real. Thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. There was one of my videos that got like 3,000 views, and just the idea, like I can see how many people like watch the whole... Opioids don't work for me, unfortunately, with rheumatoid arthritis, because it's like, it's not this, I don't know why it doesn't hit, but I've tried them. Trust me, the doctors have tried to like give me tons of that stuff. They gave me medicine for like when you have broken bones. Didn't work. Because they thought like joints, bone, pain, you know, didn't work. That stuff just makes me nauseous. And then Trip, thank you, my dear. How you holding up, bud? I hope you're doing alright, hanging in there. But yeah, it just makes me vomit and makes me feel loopy. It doesn't hit my pain. So it's really like no point to me. But yeah, if you guys watched my life story on my other account, thank you so much, for real. Just in the sense of like, you guys make me feel seen and heard, and you guys don't judge me. Like, you know, some people, I got really awful comments when I'm talking about like my adoption story with my kid, and granted my kid is not even 2, okay? Like, I plan to fully be in his life. It's an open adoption, and maybe I didn't convey that point. That's my fault. Like, sometimes I think I convey points very clearly, but I don't. But, like, I had people coming after me, they're like, yeah, you fucked up your kid's life, or like, you post thirst traps on here, but you abandon your son, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, y'all are like, I've never met more awful people than people on the internet. So like, when I say you guys are like amazing because you guys don't come in with judgment or critical assholery, like, you guys are freaking amazing. So thank you for just watching my story, and just thank you for not being a judgmental piece of crap, you know? Right? And it's always guys, that's the thing. I think it's really down to like incel culture, where like men, they don't like to see that women choose to not have kids. You know, like, I don't want kids. Like, I will say that through and through, even though I have my son and he's in a different home, obviously he's adopted, but I don't want kids. I don't want any more kids than this. I didn't want kids. It happened, so he's here, and I'm happy he's here. He's great. He's wonderful, miracle, ball of charm, wonderful, cute, ball of goodness. But, nonetheless, can I take care of him right now? No, absolutely not. I would fuck him up more if I tried. I've said it a million times, I don't think him or I would be alive. But you would have to know more of like the story on Voldemort, and a lot of you guys do. And I haven't really like explained that too much to people, but nonetheless, and it's real crazy because like people will judge me for like the content I post, and then they'll say like my son's gonna be ashamed of me and stuff like that. Like, most of us are adults, and then when he becomes an adult, he'll understand. Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's not like he's gonna have the mindset of like a 4-year-old and like not understand why his mom's doing these things. And at that point, what if my accounts don't even exist? Like, who knows if I just delete that shit? They say the internet's forever, but I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Where the fuck is my MySpace pictures, okay? I don't believe them. I'm not worried. I appreciate that, Joe. And what's funny though when you say that, because one girl, not even a girl, like a group of people called me disingenuine because I was doing a get ready with me. Because I don't like to do videos that are like, I like to do 2-in-1s kind of thing. Like, I have a lot to do in my day, so I'm either going to get ready or cook a meal or something while talking, because it gives me something to do with my hands. And they're like, yeah, I'm not going to watch this because I'm not going to watch some girl talk about giving her son up for adoption while doing a get ready with me. And I was like, you guys are acting like it's like me doing a TikTok dance about CPS taking my kids away or some shit like that. Like, no, I surrendered him to a family to protect him, and that's the whole point of the story. And then you get a douchebag guy come in and he's like, oh, this is just for you to get sympathy. When I'm just like, literally, the whole point of me telling this is because it's like a series of unfortunate events. It's not for sympathy. It's just all bad events. Like, myself, everyone who's going to listen to this is probably going to feel some sort of sadness or something to it. If you don't want to feel the emotions, like, just say that. But, like, just because someone wants to share their story doesn't mean sympathy, blah, blah, whatever. It was one, I rarely get hate comments, but when I do, they are fucking awful. Like, they're just, like, out of, like, left field, and it's just, like, I'm not really gaining anything from the videos that I post on Instagram. I make money on there, but such a small amount. Oh my God. But really, I just posted it mainly because what's going on in Arizona, Roe versus Wade, it's a whole, it's all fucked up in Arizona, okay? There was a girl that I met when I was 18, and she gave her kid up for adoption, and when I ran into this situation, that's who I remembered. And so the reason why I posted my story is because if there's any girls who are in the situation and they just need to see that one person who's like, yeah, I put my kid up for adoption and this is how it happened. And maybe they're in that same boat. And maybe that's the boat that they need to go, like that's the way they need to go. You know what I mean? Not everybody is going to agree with that, especially men who believe that women should be bound to their children and stuff like that. The thing is they said nothing about the father. That's what it always comes down to. When these men come and judge you for not wanting kids, they don't judge the father and their actions at all. It's always about, oh, the mother, but like I said, I didn't want kids, A, okay? B, the whole shenanigans behind it would have screwed the child up more, okay? I don't even want to go into detail because I feel like I'll cry about it or some shit, and I don't want to. But nonetheless, it's just crazy because, you never, even for those who want to start your social media journey, like I always preach being authentic, and I still struggle with being authentic with people because I know there's going to be backlash. Like I posted my adoption story on my Instagram, and I have yet to go back to the video and read any more of the comments because of those comments, because they were acting like I just threw my baby away and whatever. Literally, if I would have just had 2 things off my plate, I would have taken care of my kid. But the second you talk about not wanting kids, you're like the devil in these incels' eyes, which I don't care about what the hell they think because they're incels. Regardless of if you're doing it or not, if you have that kind of behavior towards women, you demand they keep a child, regardless of the safety factor or anything, it's not it. And like, I'm not going to be trapped in a relationship. I'm not going to be trapped having to deal with a narcissistic guy who freaking tried killing me while I was pregnant and tried suffocating me, tried killing my dogs. There's no way I'm going to co-parent with someone like that. No way. As a matter of fact, because I could not get away from him, I have a restraining order on him to this day for 2 years. I have to renew it next year. I still could not get away from him because he was trying to break in, he was approaching my property, leaving stuff on my property all the time. The cops do nothing about it. Nothing. This is a guy who's broken into my apartment and threw me across the room when I was pregnant, and he knew I was pregnant. Yeah. There is no way I'm going to be freaking trapped into co-parenting with a psycho lunatic like that, because I would not be here. That is the kind of guy, I don't know what the statistic is, but the majority of Amber Alerts happen because of custody things. Like, the mom is dating someone new and the dad doesn't like it, so he kidnaps the kid because he's trying to get back at the mom, because he knows that the mom cares about the kid and that's the only way to get at the mom. And he did the same thing with my dogs. He knew I would not react to him, but the way to get a reaction out of me was to abuse my dogs. Like one time when I was trying to break up with him because I found out he was following minors on Instagram, he broke a whole bunch of glass jars that I kept everywhere, and because I collect jars because I like herbs and stuff. And he took Beef, my puppy. He was a puppy, that guy. He was a little baby. He was the size of Odin, who's right here. And for those on TikTok, that's Beef. Beef was this size, right? So he took those glass jars, broke them because I was breaking up with him, and then he took Beef and threw him on top of that broken glass. Now, if someone's willing to do that to an innocent animal, and he's willing to suffocate me and throw me across the room when I'm pregnant with his child, no, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. You can call me everything you want in the book. Terrible mother, whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care. Until you learn what the hell I dealt with that dude. If he was not in the picture, if he would have like kept out of the picture, that would have been fine. I would have gone all by myself, because it was literally the fact that if there was custody involved, because he wants to look good, because he wants to gain the upper hand and always have the control, it would be a battle, and I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do it. Oh, I'm not with him anymore. Absolutely, Chris. I agree with you, though. I'm not with him anymore. I absolutely did leave him. So, you know, and I have yet to go into depth about that on my profile, but it takes time. So, like, you know, when I preach these things of being authentic about your social media journey and stuff like that, I don't want you guys to think like I'm approaching it fearlessly, because, like, it took balls for me. Yes, egg time! It's egg time! It took a lot of courage for me to go on the internet with my story, and I posted it on all my socials. You know, and people are gonna hate you no matter what. No matter what. One of my friends actually on Facebook, she posted a status. She's not really big on social media, but she observes, right? As much of us do. But, we're doing good. How about you, Dionysus? Butthead Squad, thank you for the subs! Oh my god! Sorry, I haven't been on Twitch for a bit, so I usually have like a sub alert. It's kind of lame right now. But thank you! Thank you so much. I'm a blacksmith, unfortunately. I had to break that kind of shit up. Oof. Yeah, what's funny is, sounds like you need a Gloctopus to deal with that problem. It's funny because I did have a Keltec before. I'm big on concealing. I mean, I live in Arizona. We can conceal and carry here. But Dalton, hello. Oh, you're out of eggs. Oh, it's a sad day. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. Well, keep your eggs to yourself then. That's a-okay. Preserve your eggs. I'm glad to see you in here, though. Destroyer, hello. Yeah, I'm not with that dude anymore. Ain't no way. That did not last long. I wish I didn't. And I know it sounds mean, because if I had my son here, I would not say this, obviously, to his face. But I really did wish I didn't get pregnant, because of everything that happened in the midst of it all. But it is what it is, and I'm just trying to provide the best life I can for my son, and he's going to have literally the best life ever. I'm kind of jealous. Not really jealous, but, like, I'm stoked for him. Like, I wish I could have that life, but I didn't. But nonetheless, if I didn't have the life I did, he wouldn't have the life he had. So, hopefully it's a freaking good one. But, yeah, it's a little difficult to talk about that shit, even though I don't like to talk about how it is difficult to talk about. I get, like, anxiety. Like, I'll look at the videos and get, like, a little shaky. Like, even right now, I feel, like, a little shaky thinking about, like, the Instagram comments and stuff like that. Because I don't say these things to people. And even then, like, I've been through so much that if someone did something that and I'll put it this way, because this is going to sound terrible, but this is the best way I could put it. Like, even unaliving someone, I will never judge someone for that. Because there are things that built them as a child. There are things in their mind. There are things that I will never understand from my shoes. Ever. And it is in no position of mine to judge, because I will never understand. There's no point. There's no point in wasting my energy that way. So I always forget that people don't think like that. And a lot of people use social media because they like to judge. And, like, that makes them feel better about their own life, you know? And that's okay, because I always say this, when you use your social media and you start your journey for social media, use the haters as your momentum, you know? They'll be the ones who bring people in. Easy enough. But, you know, mentally dealing with them, it can be a little bit rough, because they are keyboard warriors and they forget that we're human, and they see someone with, like, you know, 30K, even 12K. People are meaning me on my other account. People are just mean in general. You don't even have to have in the thousands, okay? Thank you for the roses and the corn. Yeah, people are really freaking awful. So, like, when I say I'm grateful for y'all, I really mean it, because you guys come in with, like, no judgment at all. Like, you guys don't shit on me because of how I want to do my makeup, how I wear my hair, how I do my tattoos, my ears, nothing. You guys are just here enjoying the vibe. You guys are adding to the vibe, bringing more vibe to the vibe. Like, you guys are freaking great. I can't thank you guys enough, because you guys are what make me feel comfortable enough to share my story. Even though there's haters out there, you guys make me feel safe and heard and everything. And I can't tell you how big of a blessing that is. And that's why I try to aim my platform the way I do, because you guys make me feel heard. The best way I can do is make you feel heard. If you're going through shit, I'm here for you. You don't have to talk about it out loud with us, but I'm here for you. That's what the Discord is for. You know, if you want to come share your story on here, I'm open for it. I do like too much information, okay? We're all about it. Maybe I should change my podcast title to TMI. But yeah, I'm all about, like, I'm an open book. I just like being vulnerable and open about things that I've been through because that's the best way I've healed. And it's kind of fast-tracked my healing. And some people, you know, like people who judge you without even recognizing that they're judging, that's just a level of healing that they need to do. And I try not to be mean to people who make those comments. I just try to kind of plant the seed. That's all you can do. Plant the seed, you know. Further down the road, they'll encounter a situation like, so one girl, she was like, yeah, if my mom, she was adopted, and she's like, if I saw my mom doing a get ready with me, I'd put a shotgun to my mouth. I was like, first off, what kind of comment is that? You didn't watch the video because he's a baby. If he were your age watching this, he'd already know this story. I would actually be showing him this video because this is like something like, it's just something we've in the family, we've like collaborated and let each other know, like it's an open adoption. Like, I'm very much involved as much as I can because they're in a different state. I purposely chose that because of the psychotic father, but that leaves it up to me to, obviously I have to go to the state, or I'm gonna see what's going on this year. I don't know what's happening, I'm not gonna say because of safety reasons, but nonetheless, it's very, and that's what I mean, like, people don't understand. They just judge it from a very blind perspective. And I responded to her saying pretty much that, you know. But I will always say this, the reason why you don't want to judge is because the second you start judging, it's not even about God, universe, or anything. It's about the energy. The second you start putting your energy into someone's situation and you start polarizing it in a negative way, I really do believe that that negative attracts a negative. You are what you speak, you are what you see. If you're trying to project that negativity, it's just going to come back right to you, okay? So this girl said she was adopted, blah, blah, whatever, she said that. And then she went on to say that, you know, she called me irresponsible, whatever. I really don't care about these things because I don't believe them. I'm just kind of like setting the preface for it. But she was saying that she has a loving partner and like she would never do that. And here's the thing. You're judging me because I put my kid up for adoption because I was in an abusive situation and yada, yada, yada. What would happen if, like, who's to say your partner isn't as loyal as you thought? Who's to say your partner isn't as loyal as you thought and he was going after minors? And who's to say that you didn't get pregnant? And then he was abusing you. And then you had to do it on your own. And then he was stalking you. And then he wouldn't leave you alone. And he's known for being violent and breaking into your place. I mean, by all means, if you had family, maybe it'd be easy to take care of that. But for me, I didn't. So, life always has a funny way of, you know, and the best example I could give of that is my aunt. She took care of me for a bit when I was younger. I talked about her in my story. She was my cousin, my second cousin. I had really bad joints when I was younger. I've had this since I was 6, so I could barely walk. And I should have been in a wheelchair at that point. And she forced me to walk literally 5 miles to a fucking football game, knowing I had these issues. And people like this, they think people like me are faking it when we're not. So when you're in a lot of pain and you're trying to mask, and then they're being mean to you because they think you're just faking it and doing it for attention, and then they start being mean to you because they're like, oh, you're just doing it for attention, like, hurry up. So we're walking and I'm struggling. Like, when I say struggling, like, just imagine having 2 sprained ankles, okay? It was worse than that, but that's the best way I could describe it for someone who's not dealt with this to understand it. So just imagine trying to walk to a football game with 2 like sprained ankles, like severely sprained, swollen, twisted, sprained ankles. Pretty impossible, right? She's like, come on, my mom walks faster than this. And her mom was like my grandma's age. And I'm like, bitch, I swear to God, I will slice your Achilles tendon right here, right now, Hostile style. Okay, I seen the movie. I'm not afraid. It was gross. I'm not afraid. On the grind, hello. Further down the line, okay? Further down the line. Further down the line, she's at my grandma's funeral. I see her. And she's having severe hip pain. And she's talking about how she's having, like, awful hip pain and she can barely walk. And I know for a fact she remembers that conversation or whatever, the shit that happened at that football game. I know she remembers that. And that's what I mean. You can say these things and life will have a funny way of just... And it may not happen now. That's the beauty of it. It will not happen now, actually. It will never happen. Usually, rarely does karma instantly hit, you know. It usually hits when you really, really deserve it. And if you're a shit person, that's when it's like everything crumbles in your life. I'm not here to rush karma. If that happens, then karma, Lord, universe, everyone knows that you deserved it, okay? Not to be a dick, but like, yeah. Reap what you sow. Friggin' gnarly. Thanks for picking me back, clean my stuff. I just know so much fun. I know. It's so frustrating too. It's so frustrating because like I could post a video of me like walking tremendously like a freaking pimp, pregnant pimp or something. My walking is not good. And I could do that, and the people who think I'm faking it, like they would still say, "Oh yeah, you're just faking it." Like, yeah, I want to fake this. And like even times like I'll be on my stream, and like before when I was like in a lot of pain, things are getting much better now, thank God. But there would be a time where like I could barely move, so I just had to sit in one spot the whole day. And like my peeps knew that because they saw me just sit there the whole day. And like if I had to go bathroom, okay, give me like 30 minutes, I'll think about it. Because it just hurts so bad to walk to the bathroom or just get to the bathroom. And like there is a few people that like at some points I still streamed even when I was in pain. I try not to do that because I don't like crying on stream and like ruining the vibe. I don't like people worrying about me because it's not like I don't want people to feel bad for me. It's just that in that moment it's like it hurts so bad and like my brain is like so fried and I'm so frustrated because it's hard to move when you're in so much pain. And then on top of it being in that much, it's just too much. So I frustrate, cry. So I just need to cry for like a few seconds and then I'm okay. Like after the pain subsides, I'm okay. And like some people will come in and they'll be like, "Oh, you're just faking it." And I'm like, "No, that's just how it is. Like I'm not gonna. What do you want me to cry for like the whole 8 hours? What do you want me to do? Fuck. I'm like, shut up. I don't know what you want from me." But if you don't look sick, then you aren't sick. So it's just like it's a double-edged sword that you can never win with these people. And that's where it's like. If you start your social media journey, be gentle on yourself, okay? Even though I look like I'm doing good mentally, I'm like a little bit like frazzled because I want to put authentic content out there, but some of these comments just like frazzle me up a little bit, you know? Thank you for the follows, y'all. You guys are great. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night, by the way. What a week. Well, I hope it was a good week, William. TMI tea time. I love that. But yeah, honestly, is what it is, no matter what. Like, oh, I was talking about my friend. She posted a status where she was talking about how she noticed, like, some people will post a video of, like, what I eat in a day, and people will be, like, commenting on, like, negatively on what people eat. And then if someone, like, does something else, and they'll, like, people are just always critical, and that's how you can tell when someone's upset in their life, because they have to go to other people's pages and just be critical or negative. Like, I could never. Even with the shit going on in my life, I could never, ever do that. And it's just a whole different level of being unhappy that those people are at, and that's really what I try to remind myself. But it doesn't make their comments, like, any less hurtful. Like, their comments are still hurtful. Do I believe them? No. Do I think they're true? No. But I'm like, damn, you guys are fucked up. Like, you guys are really mean. Really awful. I don't know what happened in your life for you to end up like this, but I'm sorry. You suck. Simple Man. Ugh, I love that song. Shinedown did a really good version of that one. I'll be honest with you. I don't like remakes of a lot of songs, but they did really good with that one. Right? And truth be told, like, I think because I'm tattooed and I look like, I just think they see me as, like, an easy target. Like, I'm like the, you know, the outcast kind of thing. So they just see me easy target, and they think anyway. I don't think I am, because, like, I'm confrontational. Come for me. Do it. Do it harder. I'm just kidding, so sorry. Yeah, so it's, you know, a double-edged sword with these things, but is what it is. Not everyone's going to understand, but it's not my job to teach them. Life will teach them. They want your energy. It's true. It's true. And I have to remember that. So that's the line that I have to play, because I want to respond to them and, like, clear up the air, but I don't want to give them, like, feed into my energy, because so many people say that, and it's so true. And I try not to get wrapped up in it, because I notice that stuff affects, like, just the simplest things. Like, just how I feel about myself in general. Like, and that affects, like, how I make my money, because then I'm like, oh, my content isn't that good. Oh, like, I actually kind of suck. Oh, like, you know, and then I'm like, why the fuck am I saying that to myself? Never in a million years do I actually think that, oh, it's just these comments that I'm reading, you know what I mean? But then the other half is like I use it to promote stuff because people love drama. So when you use the comments to like, you tag the comment, respond to it, people love that. And that helps get my story out and stuff. But it's just like, it's a line that I'm still trying to figure out a little bit. But hit the pendulum, listen to Life is a highway, I won't ride it all night long. Tears streaming down. I'm just imagining, like, it's not funny, but I'm imagining, like, late night, long road ahead. It's dark, tumbleweed. My woman broke up with me. I'll never see them titties again. Do you think in the South they call cum gravy? Like, is that a thing? Yeah, they do. It's called baby gravy, huh? Anyway. Baby batter. Yes, ma'am, we do. Oh, hell yeah. Give me some biscuits and baby gravy. Anyway, sorry. Hold on. Oh, God. Ugh. Jeez Louise. So sorry. So sorry. By the way, on TikTok can't hear me, but you guys can. So if you guys are on TikTok, just so you guys know, I do plan to do one more tattoo stream this month. So if you want your username tattooed on me, you can get it tattooed on my leg. And then if you want your username on my Jeep, I'm going to Sharpie blast my Jeep. So, those are some things I have planned, if you're interested. If not, that's okay. Tell me to go fuck myself, it's alright. I'll just go cry a little bit. Life is a highway. Just kidding. That's not ever a song I would... Actually, that's not the one. The one that you need to turn on is this one. What hurts the most? That's all I know. It's getting so close. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Something like that. That's the one that... Or it's a quarter after one. I said I want to call. Anyway, sorry headphone users. Come On Eileen is a good crying song. Is it? I don't even know what that song is. Isn't that like an uppity Beatles song? Destroyer, thank you! The stream is going well. How are you doing, Kohai? Yeah, welcome in, y'all. I hope you guys are having a good Friday night. Just a slight reminder, so Odin, he's my puppy. He needs surgery on Tuesday, so not tonight, but all this weekend we're going to be streaming for his surgery. Our goal is at $1,300. We made $100 so far, so thank you everyone who's donated. For real, this is like emergency. He's got like real bad tooth rot, like severe. So I don't want him to die. Yeah. We're going to be streaming all weekend though for raising funds for his surgery. So if you want to donate, there's a link in my bio. I also have Patreon. There's some spicy stuff with a breakfast burrito happening on my Patreon tonight. If you want to check that out. There's two tiers. There's a not so spicy tier and there's a spicy tier. But all those subs go towards his surgery and my rent. So, and next weekend we're making food for the homeless. So if you want, I need some containers and some plasticware. Those are on my wish list. Link in my bio. We have to make some rice meal, so I'll need some other food. I've yet to decide what I'm going to make. Someone, Natividad donated 10 pounds of rice, so according to Google, that'll feed about 86 people. The goal was 100, but whatever, we'll stick with that. So, I don't know what I want to do. Everybody keeps suggesting, like, mainly chicken and rice. The problem is, chicken is very expensive when you want to feed 86 people. So, I'm trying to figure out, like, what I can do. But although chicken stir-fry with veggies could work, truth be told. So yeah, that's gonna be next weekend, and then the following weekend we're gonna do our second rent stream, and that's for the community. Whoa! So whatever's donated, that's gonna go towards people in our stream who need it. I know there was a few people who needed it. Nira, she was like having trouble. I don't know where she's at. She was like moving into a place, and we were gonna stream to kind of help her with her funds and stuff like that. We have a very small community, so it allows me to be able to focus on the people individually. So if you are someone who needs help, we don't really have anyone nominated for this coming month. I always have people to nominate personally because I'm always looking out for people who need, help. But I have one person on my stream. Her name's Shauna. So she has a shop on here called Freya's Fire. She does custom wire wrap jewelry. But she's having issues with her truck, and she is a camper person. She lives in her van with her dog. So she's kind of my nomination. But if I were to earn like $2,000 in that stream, I'd want to give that to like maybe 2-3 people, instead of just one person. Try to help a few people with that. So that's going to be the last weekend in March. Wait, what's April? My bad. So if you guys want to remember that, because I won't. I'm just kidding. I will. I'll put that on a schedule. So if you guys want to attend that, but that's what the next few weekends look like for us. And then sometime during this time, this month we'll do the Jeep stream. Which if you want your name on my Jeep, I'm going to Sharpie blast my Jeep. So if you want your name on that, keep an eye out for that. And then we'll do our last tattoo stream this month too. So if you want your username tattooed on me, I'm talking to TikTok as well. Sorry, this is repetitive Twitch. Yeah, we'll do that. Stevenator, thank you for the follow. But yeah, tomorrow and Sunday are really important days for me. So if you guys want to join, feel free to join. You don't have to send money. You don't have to gift. You don't have to do anything. Literally, if you just want to show up and like the screen as much as you can all day and just hear me babble about stupid shit, that would be great. Because literally, even if there is say 7, so there's 60 of you guys in here, right? So say all 60 of y'all were liking the stream and really pushing the stream out, commenting, being active, right? I don't mind that you aren't now. It's a chill evening. You guys are totally fine, okay? I'm not saying you have to be. Usually this is a-okay to me. I don't mind it at all. But that way, that brings in people. There's people coming in now, even when you guys are being super chill. So I'm not too worried. Well, I'm worried, but I always worry a little bit as a treat. But yeah, so if you guys just want to come hang out during the weekend, we will be here. I don't know what we'll do. I know Sunday I have to make cookies for the neighbors. I've been procrastinating that, but Sunday I have to do it. And then we might finally do the cheesecake wontons. I have the mix frozen in my freezer, but we still have yet to bake some things. So yeah, my neighbors, they were nice enough for a while to bring in my garbage. I think they noticed that I was struggling to walk. So every day I'd come out to take my garbage in from the road, and they would have already brought it up by my garage for me. And at first I thought it was a mistake. I thought they were just irritated with me, but they kept doing it. And I was like, oh, this is so nice of them. I don't think they even know how big of a relief. I used to have mini panic attacks thinking about going out to get my garbage because it hurt so bad, and it was so difficult for me to lug that back while barely being able to walk. And it would take me 5 minutes just from the curb to the garage. So the fact that they did that, I was like, oh my god, this is so nice of them. So I really want to make them some cookies. And it broke after. Oh no! Well, what'd you do? How'd you break it? Or what happened? What happened? That's like a cloth lamp. How do you break that? Anyway. Nothing while it just was. Oh. So there. Oh no! Damn, well I've had mine for a year, maybe 2. It's been pretty good. Why can't you walk? I have rheumatoid arthritis. So pretty much your body with rheumatoid arthritis attacks your joints. And there's no cure for it. And for me, I have a really severe kind, so no medicine works. I'm on a new medicine right now, and it's kind of proven slightly, it's slightly working finally. But I've been on chemo for this. I've been on everything. Doesn't work. So pretty much your body attacks your joints, and then it makes your joints flare. And when they flare, they swell really bad. So it gets infected, and it gets pretty much pus inside your joint. And then if it sits there too long, then that pus gets hard. So then you have like a really hardened piece of pus. So then they have to go in and like break it up and take it out. I've had that done. I used to have that done every 3 months. It's been a couple, maybe 3 years since I've had that surgery done, which is great because I was having them every 3 months. Like I said, it was awful. And you're not even asleep. You're like in twilight sedation, so you're kind of still awake while they do it. I hate the feeling because it's like a huge ass needle, and they stick it like into your elbow, and you can feel your whole elbow separate from the like you can feel the joint separate. It's the disgustingest feeling in the fucking world. But yeah, so when it swells really bad though, you can't bend it because it's super painful and it's just so stiff. So and for me it's like in all my joints, shoulders, elbows, each knuckle, toes, hands, ankles, knees. But I've been fixing my diet. I'm on a real strict diet and I'm on new medicine. So with those two combined, it seems like things are getting better. So I have like a little gimp going on. I can't take like a very long stride. Oh, thank you, Dalton. By the way, I'm sorry if I know I'm missing comments, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm watching 2 streams here, so I'm trying. Don't hate me. I love you guys, okay? Oh, thank you, Jimmy X Mania. But yeah, so it's really difficult. When I was younger, I was in a wheelchair. I probably should have been in a wheelchair this time around with my hip, but I'm kind of stubborn because I know how this goes. I know it's not forever. But it was real awful. So Mark, one of my friends on here, he got me like a wheelchair like compromise, like a little scooter. Wheelchairs are more expensive than what I have anyway. So, but I wanted a scooter to kind of keep my mobility. I didn't want to be permanently seated. So I'm really glad for that scooter because that scooter was like the means of everything happening the way it is now. So super grateful for that. Zan, hope your night is going well. But yeah, that shit made me cringe at the thought of feeling. Oh, dude, in the wrist. I can't even tell you. In the ankles. And like you can hear it. And the thing is like you're in twilight sedation, right? So you're not asleep. So I can feel it. It's uncomfortable. And it's like your joint when your joint pops, but like 10 times stronger feeling, right? So I can't say it hurts, but it's very uncomfortable. So when it would like do that pop because it's separating, it would like scare me, and then I would like jolt, and they'd be like, "Don't move, don't move." I'm like, "Bro, fuck you." First off, shit. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. The new stuff is working. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's I think it is the new stuff, but not. So this is going to get complicated, so bear with me. But I think it is my diet. I think it's the prednisone, because prednisone eliminates inflammation. And I think I have like more systemic inflammation like all around, and I have like a bacterial infection. And my personal belief is that rheumatoid arthritis is just bacteria. I think it's your gut isn't healthy and it's leaking bacteria into your joints and causing your autoimmune response to hit the joints, which causes the flare-up. My doctors think I'm nuts. They think I'm absolutely wrong because that's not what they're taught in medical school. And they're like, who the fuck is this weird-ass chick who looks like this telling us she knows more when we went to school? You know what I mean? I've been standing on this like bacterial fungal infection thing for like about 2 years now. I really do think it is. So, because I take a really like high anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antimicrobial diet, I think it's that. And I think because I had so much inflammation that the prednisone is helping the inflammation. They gave me another medicine on top of that, and I do think that is helping. But I'm willing to bet, it is helping, but I'm willing to bet that I will be able to take myself off of both of these pills within like 1 to 2 years. I'm willing to bet that. So that's where I don't think they can say fully it is the medicine working, it is the diet, but the medicine is aiding it. But see, here's the thing that they say. I think we have 2 different goals. My goal is to not have any kind of inflammation. Their goal is to prevent damage from the inflammation, right? I'm trying to nip it in a lower butt, right? I'm trying to get at the root. The root of it, in medical sense, has been no cure. There's no cure for this, so there's no sense in going at the root, in their mind. Okay? The medical world tells us there's no cure to this. We are not going to waste time figuring out why this is happening when we don't know why it's happening. We're just going to figure out the symptoms. And I'm like, I can't do that. I need to figure out why this is happening, because you guys figuring out the symptoms is fucking with me. bad. Like, the medicine I was on before was making me worse. And they didn't believe me. And I was trying to tell them that. And I tried to tell them that this time. I was like, how do I get you guys to understand the disconnect that you guys think this medicine was working, but I'm telling you it wasn't? And I was like, what makes you guys think this medicine was working? They're like, well, you looked like you were doing better. I was like, what did my blood work look like? And they're like, well, we don't know. And I'm like, okay, well, right now, compared to then, and they even said that my inflammation was less, like, almost non-existent except for my hip, now, compared to then. And I was trying to tell them, like, every time after my infusion, I felt like shiz. I thought it was because I needed more infusion. I thought it was because, like, oh, my body needed the next dose a week ago. And so now I'm, like, you know, feeling sick. No, actually, like, literally the day after I would have my infusion, I would be bedridden. I couldn't walk to the bathroom or anything. And it shuts down your whole immune system. And I think it's because my body needs that, obviously. No, you, Dalton. Oh, thank you. You're too kind. Burp. How the fuck did I not know you have ISO 16? Oh. I don't know how you didn't know. Yeah, my Instagram is pretty poppin'. Jake, hello! Yeah, luckily Instagram's been around for a bit. I never really expected to pop off on Instagram, but I did. But yeah. What's on your arms? I don't have any arms. What do you have? Rheumatoid arthritis. I have actually polyglandular syndrome type 3, but I do take a lot of RSO, Jack. I actually recently implemented RSO. That's actually another big reason why I've been feeling good, is because the CBD has been amazing. The root of all medical problems is not listening to no type of it. So I love that. That's what everybody keeps saying, but that's pretty normal for me. That is so normal for me. I've been through every doctor, and everybody's like, get a doctor, but every doctor doesn't listen to me. Literally. And it's frustrating. So like, when I was younger, I used to get a lot of blood infections, right? Just randomly. I'd wake up one day and be like 105-degree fever, hallucinating and everything. And they'd take me to the doctor, the ER, and I'd have a blood infection, and they'd give me antibiotics. And then I would tell my arthritis doctor, I'd be like, oh, my joints feel better. And they'd be like, no, that's impossible. I'm like, okay, the fuck? As a kid, I let them tell me that, you know, I believe them. But as an adult, I was like, no, I still know how I felt, you know? And so I kind of followed that as an adult. Like, okay, what is a natural antibiotic? You know, what's going on? I went to the doctor a few months ago, and he told me that people with rheumatoid arthritis, as severe as mine, are more at risk to develop leukemia. And now this isn't scientific, this is kind of like my own theory and understanding of it. Cancer is like an accumulation of like overgrowth of cells, and sometimes like bacteria can cause an overgrowth of cells. Like your body's freaking out because there's a systematic bacterial infection and it can't get rid of it. And so there's like your body's over attacking itself, right? Because there's something in it that's throwing it off. And like, essentially, you just go septic. That's the best way I could describe it. Is my beef? Stop itching. You're gonna hurt yourself. Okay, if you cry, I can't do anything about it. Good boy. I know, buddy. But yeah, so pretty much, if you have rheumatoid arthritis and the infection sits for a while, you're more prone to being septic. Obviously, and that's happened to me. I've gone septic and then had a blood infection. And then if that blood infection went too long untreated or whatever, then that could turn into leukemia. And so I was trying to tell this asshole doctor this, and he just like still would not listen to me. And so I just took it in my own hands and started the holistic way of like, okay, what is a natural antibiotic, antibacterial, antimicrobial, and they still think I'm nuts. They're like, continue to do your diet, but try this medicine, try this medicine, try this medicine. And I'm like, truthfully, and if you know medical jargon, this will make sense, so sorry if it's confusing, but truthfully, what I need is like a high dose of prednisone for a short period of time, like a month. I tried explaining that to the doctor, and he didn't even give a crap. He didn't even try listening. He was just like, we're not putting you on prednisone without an action plan. I was like, well, if you fucking listen, doofus, you would know that that's not at all what I said. I said I want to be on it for a month so that I can get the inflammation down, so that way I could be on new medicine, and then it would have a chance to work because I have no fucking active inflammation. I thought you going to medical school, you would understand that! God. Anyway. That's why I'm glad if I was listening to your there's no bullshit me. Sometimes I wish doctors can't be right? Actually, I asked my doctor, I was like, yeah, they never listen, and it's crazy. And I think it's because they just think, oh, I went to school and I know this stuff and you don't know what you're talking about. You know, you didn't go to school for this. But money isn't the deciding factor of knowledge. You can gain that knowledge by reading books and reading the internet just as much as they can. You know, I've thought that since a young age. I dropped out of college for that reason, because why would I spend money on something that I can, if I want to pursue this knowledge, then I will. It's free. It's accessible to everyone. I like ducks, me too. So, but I remember asking him, like, you know, what's your way of getting, like, new information, like new studies and stuff that happen? And he's like, oh, we do our own studies here. And I'm like, yeah, but like other studies, how do you get access to that info? And he's like, oh, he didn't say anything. And I just could tell he was offended, though. You know, like I'm insulting his knowledge. But truth be told, you're not learning new things. You're stuck. How long ago did you graduate? Like 8 years ago? How outdated is that knowledge? They're constantly bringing new things. And you're not doing nearly enough research, and you don't have nearly enough money in your little rinky-dink office to be doing the kind of quality studies. And the fact that you won't even entertain the idea of this being a bacterial infection. And here's the thing. This is why I know I'm right, is because garlic I remember explaining this to him, and I was sitting in the corner of the room in a little chair, and it felt like a music video where it was like fisheye lens and like two doctors. It felt like Chevelle like directed the music video or something. If you've watched Chevelle's music videos, you know what I'm talking about. But they were like mocking me and like laughing in my face, and I was like sitting there in the corner, two men just like laughing at me in their doctor coats. And I was trying to explain to them, like, listen, this is a bacterial infection. I know this because of when I was younger, I used to get blood infections and they'd give me antibiotics and I would feel better joint-wise, okay? Are you following, doctor? Okay, garlic is a natural antibiotic, so is honey. So every time I take this, why does the inflammation go down? And they're like, oh, no, it's the medicine. I'm like, it's not the medicine. If it was the medicine, the inflammation would have never happened. The inflammation happened while I was taking the medicine. The medicine isn't doing the fucking job. And then why, all of a sudden, when I start ingesting garlic, do things change? It's not that much of a coincidence. You don't need to gaslight me that much to where it seems like it's magic, because it's garlic. It's literally just fucking garlic. Now, the reason why the garlic works is because it's a strong, potent antibacterial, microbial, like good for parasites, stuff like that. So I was trying to explain to him, and they were just laughing at me, literally. But every time I've had an infection, I had one at the base of my skull, that where it met like my neck. I couldn't even, like my neck was like stuck like this. I couldn't even sit up. I was once again stuck to like my back. And people didn't understand that, like just sitting up, putting that pressure, like it was so swollen at the base of my neck. I couldn't stream for the longest time. And then it moved to my hip, and then my finger and my elbow. And every time I took the garlic, it would go away. And so that's where I took myself off this fucking medicine and then just stuck to the garlic and then stuck to the honey and then stuck to the probiotics and stuff. And I'm just getting better and better. And they put me on new medicine. I don't doubt that the medicine is not working. I think it is. But I think the diet is doing more help than the medicine is. Doctors don't know because I guess. Yeah. And that's the thing is like they really push meds on me. Scully, welcome back. Like really bad. Like it's like they really want me to be on like at least one medicine. And I'm like, damn. Like you guys are acting like you're on OnlyFans or some shit. Like, buy my nudes. Like, are you struggling, Doc? It's okay, you can tell me. It's okay. I'm struggling too. I'm just not like $100,000 in debt like you. It's a miracle. Did it really? Are you joshing me? Are you joshing me, Moses? But yeah, like literally, like it's like they refuse to let me try the way I want to go. And that's where like I'm almost determined to go to urgent care and just be like, hey, I'm in between doctors. I can't get a prescription, but would you be willing to put me on like a month's worth of 30 milligrams of prednisone? I won't need it. I won't need all 30 milligrams all month. I know that. I'll be able to taper myself off within 2 months because of that 30 milligrams for that 1 month. but my doctor doesn't want to treat me that way. I think there needs to be a huge amount of prednisone and here's the other thing. Okay, so this is really why it's a kicker, is because I got treated by a doctor when I was younger, and he was my doctor for like 11, 12, 13 years. The way he would treat me is whenever I had a flare-up like this, he would load me up with prednisone. Professor Daddy, hello. And then it would go away. And then I'd be back on my infusion. I'd be on my merry way, running and jumping around like normal. And I tell this doctor that. I'm like, hey, when I was younger, I would get like a huge dose of prednisone and everything would be fine. And he's like, yeah, but we don't want to treat you that way as an adult, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's very risky, la, la, la. I'm like, yeah, but it's not. I've literally been on prednisone for the whole fucking 2 years. If you would just listen to me and give it to me for a month at a really strong dose, I wouldn't have to take this stupid low dose for a year, 2 years. Am I making sense? Like, someone tell me if this makes sense or if it doesn't. Because I do have this problem of where it makes sense in my head and like I try to convey the message and it just does not convey the way I think it does, you know? So, if you're familiar with medical stuff, if you're not familiar with medical stuff, it's not going to make sense. It's a corticosteroid. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But that doesn't, it still helps with the inflammation. And I have like a little bit of inflammation. So the thing with rheumatoid arthritis, and this is why I don't understand why doctors get into this when they don't have the illness, because they will never understand. There's different types of inflammation, and I can tell the difference. I can tell when it's rheumatoid arthritis related or bacterial related. So the bacterial related one, that hurts. The rheumatoid arthritis one, it's just swelling and stiff. That's what she said. Anyway. But even in the ER, they'll play games with you sometimes. Yeah, but at least like I go in very knowledgeable about this stuff, so usually I get away with this. Like, and that sounds kind of terrible, like get away. Like I'm not trying to get away with it. I'm just trying to fucking feel better. Yeah, no, I know what prednisone does, but here's the thing: is I've been through this before, and the difference is I have a better diet now. So my diet is treating this holistically, and this is like the last time I need to be on prednisone. So while the low dose is fine, it'll probably take a little bit longer for me to get off of it. I would prefer the higher dose so I don't have to be on the low dose for a long period of time. I'm aware of what it does. I'm aware of the side effects. I've been on this my whole life, since I was 6. So as you can see what I'm saying, that's where I know what I'm talking about. Because when I have these flare-ups, like this is what happens. But before, what was different was that my diet. Now I know I'm not going to have any more future flare-ups unless I start eating like shit again, which I know I'm not going to. So, and you came in late. Like at this point, like it's hard to determine everything based off of just what you've heard. But nonetheless, I'm very confident in my approach. I'm not confident in my doctor's approach. That's what I'm saying, Joe. Like I don't even care for a month. I literally proposed to him. I was like, okay, can I have 2 weeks of 30 milligrams of steroids and then jump down to 10 for the next 2 weeks and then 5? He's like, no. And I'm like, but you don't mind me being on prednisone for literally like 2-3 years, coming up to 3 years, like. And like I don't think I'll need prednisone. And even then, when I was getting those big infusions of prednisone, the right to try. Okay. Even when I was doing that, big brain destroyer here. Oh, are you okay? You okay? You okay? Okay. But, oh, okay, my computer's taking forever. Maybe some bad months. Right. It's actually better to take it for less so you do make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been on it my whole life. Like, I've been trying to get off of this shit, and I've been off of it before. I know how I got off of it. It's the way, like I'm saying. But they don't believe me. They just want me to take like these infusions, like these big biologic medicines, which the biologics, they really fuck with you. They shut down your whole immune system. So then I'm going to get more sick, and then they're more able to push meds on me. And I've been through this. Like earlier last year when I moved here, the doctor, I just like called him and I was like, hey dude, I want to unalive myself. Like load me up with medicine please so I can just not be in so much pain. And they did, but none of it helped. It actually made me feel 10 times worse. I felt like dizzy and nauseous, and then I took myself off of it, and he was like pissed off at me. And I even told him, he's like, how's the meds? I was like, oh yeah, I stopped taking them because you gave me like 5 medicines at once, and I felt dizzy every time when I took them. Even when I tried to take just like 2 of them or 3 of them, I would feel dizzy. And he looked at me like in disgust, like I was lying. And I'm like, but here's the thing, if you watched one of my TikToks recently, I went to the ER because I had a severe allergic reaction to a new medicine, and that's just my life. Like, I am so sensitive to these medicines, but I don't think it's the medicine. I think it's because there's something happening in my gut, like bacteria or fungal, and when you shut down my immune system, it allows that bacteria or that fungus to just go haywire and just send a huge autoimmune response to my body. What's up, brother? Hell yeah. What's up? No medication. Oof. Yeah, and I was paying like $500, $600, maybe $700 a month copay like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, for this infusion that they really try to push on me. And so I really stopped it. My insurance now covers it, but back then I think I had like the wrong insurance or something. It wasn't covering it. So I was paying a copay for that. And so that was a big reason why I went holistic, because I didn't want to pay for that anymore. Is one pathway for patients diagnosed with life-threatening diseases can have a causal approved. Okay. So what does that mean exactly, Destroyer? Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's where like I try to put, I'm doing this like holistic stuff, but the doctors laughing at me and stuff doesn't de-sway me. I've been doing this garlic and stuff, and it's been going well. It's just frustrating that they won't acknowledge. I don't need them to validate. Just acknowledging so that they're not loading me up with meds is like what I would like, you know. Even with discounts, right? Yeah, that's a crazy amount, Professor Daddy. That's a crazy amount. Well, I'm glad you're here, Professor Daddy. I'm glad you're here. You're adding good stuff to the combo, so I appreciate you. But yeah, weren't you there for like 16 hours? Yeah, and that scared me because I never had that fast of a reaction. But it sucks because I keep trying to tell him like the severity of like how sensitive I am to these medicines, like all these things, and he doesn't believe me until there's like a severe reaction like that, right? And it's just annoying because if he doesn't see hives, or like if I don't, hey, excuse you, hush, it's okay. Oh, you guys are missing it. There's 2 of them. See a little spudgy right there? Oh, I know. I know, you're just a good boy. But yeah, I had like such a bad reaction, and it was like hives happening in my throat, under my tongue, in my mouth, like all over in my lip. I've never had it that fast, and they were freaking out. I was trying not to freak out, but they were freaking out. I was freaking out a little bit. But yeah, it's just frustrating because that's like a pretty normal reaction. But they don't take it serious unless they like physically see it. And I keep trying to tell them like, hey, I have these reactions to the medicine you give me, but it's not quite that crazy. It's more of like, I just can't walk the next day, which is quite crazy if you think about it. But he doesn't believe me. And that's why I tried asking in the last doctor appointment, like, where is the disconnect? Where do I convince you guys that when I would take my infusion, the next day I would feel 20 million times worse than I've ever felt in the previous days? How do I convince you of that? I don't think I'll ever convince them of that, but nonetheless, we're on a different route, we're on different meds, so. Either way, things are going better, thanks to my diet. I've been so strict about it, cut out all of my coffee. I've been drinking coffee since 8th grade. No coffee, no bread. I've just been drinking a smoothie every day. Odin. Tuna salads with mayo and lemon juice dressing, tuna, tomato, onion, and lettuce. Just super healthy. Coffee can be good for you, but truth be told, it's very acidic, and if you drink it from 8th grade, like when I was drinking like, I was drinking like 44 ounces of coffee from like 8th grade to now. That creates probably a very high level of acidity in your body. Thank you for the bracelets! Oh my goodness. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Iris Wristwatch. haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Shh. You don't need to do that, okay? Shh. Thank you, Dalton. I appreciate that. Things are going better, thank God. Like, for a bit, like, I thought I was crazy too. I thought the diet thing was like, I should just give up and just be medicated. But the thing is no medicine works for me. I think, oh, I'll just give up and be medicated. It's not that way for me. I don't get that option. I don't get to just go take a couple pills and then walk like other rheumatoid arthritis patients. I don't even get to have an infusion. And then you can't take infusion with pills. You have to do one or the other because they're so like severe on your system that they won't do both. So it's just like it's a trial and error, and it's been so frustrating because on top of it, I try to be open about it online, and then I get all this hate of people being just god awful rude to me for no reason. I can't even understand it. Like I wonder, like I can't imagine going into someone's live and seeing them just like burst into tears and explaining sorry, like I'm in pain. Like I don't do it. Like I'm not like asking for money or anything like this. Like when it happens, like I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden I move just the wrong way and like it like knocks the wind out of me. Like I could never imagine seeing that and then like commenting like, oh, you're just doing this for attention. Oh, like no, because I've been there. I'm gonna assume that it's not for attention, and I'm gonna assume that they're in a lot of fucking pain. I know someone was bringing their garbage can, so Elysium, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. That's alright. People, and it's not just to me. People are just mean. Like if you start your content creating career or whatever you want to do, if you ever do social media, people in general are just mean. You know, it's not just me. Like a lot of creators, you know, get hate. So I'm not trying to be like the woe is me card, but when you have an illness, it's definitely like a double-edged sword. You know, it's hard to bring awareness to the illness because rheumatoid arthritis is not like a popular illness. Like not many people know about it. They don't even really know what it is. They hear arthritis and they think, oh, like achy knees. No, it's very different than onset arthritis, old age, and stuff like that. That brings that. And I'm fine with like teaching people, but some people don't care to be taught. They just want to judge and be rude. By all means, whatever. I mean, you can't stop people from doing that. So, it is what it is. But, truth be told, in real life, people usually are, for the most part, nice to me. I've had like a few circumstances where people are like rude. You know, when I was a kid, people used to bully me a lot. But in real life now, adults are nice to me. Online, adults are really mean. Adults are like giant fucking bullies. It's sad. Can you explain basically shit it is? I know nothing about it. Rheumatoid arthritis. What most of that are is comorbid with so much. Right. 100%. It's so multifaceted. Like there's so many ways you have to approach it. It's not a one way approach. Have a great time. Oh, thank you, Mr. Cowboy. I should myself into a shower. Well, have a good night. Hope you clean up well. Well, I appreciate you popping in, Iris Wristwatch. Yeah, so this is a little repetitive, so sorry if you were just here and I explained this, but what rheumatoid arthritis is your body just attacks itself, and it goes for the joints. So then within your joints, the fluid starts becoming like infected, and your joints will swell, and they become hard to move, and it becomes very painful, and when it gets painful like that, it becomes like pus inside of your joints. So it's just really, really painful. Some people, they'll get it in like their wrist or like their knee. Rheumatoid arthritis is known to be symmetrical, but for me, it's not always symmetrical, so I can't say it always is. It's diagnosed by blood work, so if you think maybe you have it, you can get diagnosed by blood work. Sounds good, Jack. I appreciate you hanging out, dude. I hope to see more of you. We'll be on tomorrow, maybe we'll see you, but... Decide how big of a knife you want. Okay, Kenny! Sounds good. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, it's just the joints. Yeah, it's just your body attacking your joints, and some people have it, you know, just a few joints here or there, nothing too crazy, but for me, mine is debilitating. Usually it's in my lower joints. I've had it since I was 6, so it started off in like my knees and my ankles and my hips, but then it'll get into my neck and my spine, my shoulders, elbows, And it literally, like, it expands your joints. So, like, I had one on my elbow, and it was, like, the size of a golf ball. Like, it's so swollen. And they'll stick a needle in there, and they'll, like, pull the fluid out, and it looks literally just like pus. Like a giant, bright green, nasty booger pus. Like, it's, sorry, TMI, but, like, that's what it is. It's just infected fluid in your joint. And what's even worse is, like, so they would do that every 3 months, right? And then they inject you with steroids right into the joint. And that's where I figured out, I think it's a bacteria infection, because literally the next day, my joints would feel awful. Awful. Like, right where I had the injection, they would feel awful, which usually it would feel better. So I'm like, what's happening? I think it's just bacteria, and then I think they're injecting that. And steroids lower your body's ability to fight off any infection. So the idea of injecting that right into the area where there's a bacteria infection, to me, made no sense. So every time I went in with this, my doctor's like, let me inject it, let me inject it. I'm like, no. Stay away with your needles, okay? Don't touch me. Listen to me. Calm down. You're getting a little trigger happy, okay? Chill. Because I haven't had those injections for years. I don't want them anymore. They hurt. They're pointless. They damage your joints. And I've had this since I was 6. I've had those injections since I was like 8. They expect me to have these injections for my whole life. And then they tell me not to take certain medicine because it damages me, but those damage my joints to where I have to get a joint replacement. And they wanted me to get a joint, they wanted me to get my neck fused 4 years ago. They wanted me to get my ankles fused like 5 years ago. They wanted me to get my ankles replaced 5 years ago, and I said no to all of it because I just don't think they're right in this. I think they're preemptive to all of it. If I had my neck fused, like, I would not be able to do this at all. And it's still a little bit stiff. Like, looking up, it's still a little bit stiff, but I would not be able to do that. If I had my neck fused, it'd be like this. Oh, Batman. So it'd be like that, you know? My neck just got better like a year ago, so like I still have a lot of like stretching and strengthening to do with it, so I think the mobility will come back just fine. It might be a little bit stiff, but nothing too crazy. So like I'm glad I didn't take them up on their offers with that, but nonetheless, it's crazy to me that they'll push all that stuff and how counterproductive it is. And I just been following my gut. I've been in remission before. I know it's diet related and everything. So if you were given a chance to choose 3 years from any point in time, would you choose that conversation? Probably future me. I don't even need 3 me. It's just future me. I depart from inside out. Bring Doodle Bob back. Mine always have been on the right side of my body. Really? I guess that makes sense because are you more dominant on your right side? Any weekend plans? We're going to stream for Odin's surgery during the weekend, so we're going to make some cookies on Sunday and probably do the cheesecake wontons tomorrow. Because I have the batter made, we just got to scoop it in, air fryer it, and then cover it in sugar. But this weekend we are streaming for Odin's surgery. We're about $1,300 away. It's about $1,400. So, this is a pretty important surgery. It's on Tuesday. So if you want to donate, there's a link in my bio. If you want to throw $1 to $5 towards the goal. That's how it always happens. Literally, it's just by a whole bunch of people donating $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever. You guys freaking are amazing. You always make it happen. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do this weekend. That's the weekend goal because I don't want him to die. So, yeah. When I have gout attacks, can't even put on shoes. Yeah, and same. Like, I remember they thought I had gout when I was little because they didn't know what I had for a bit, but gout, I would say, I don't know what the pain is like because I don't have gout, right? But I would say I feel like gout is probably one of those things that's really close to what rheumatoid arthritis feels like. And that's like amplified in every joint though. I think gout's just like your toes, right? And your feet, is it? I'm not sure. If it is, then imagine it in other joints. If it's not, then never mind. Like if you could get gout in your neck, then never mind. Probably similar feeling as rheumatoid arthritis. It's so bad that you don't want to be on the joint. You don't want to be using it. Even like for me, my hip was so bad that laying down was awful. I couldn't lay anyway, laying on my right side, laying on my back, laying on my stomach, anyway, I could not escape the pain. It was so awful. It would knock the wind out of me. I literally wanted to just die. And like, when I say that, I don't know if people understand that, like, that's how severe it is. It's not me, you know, complaining or being woe with me. I was literally at that point, like, I missed a lot of time streaming because I was just sitting in my bed crying because I was dealing with so much pain and I could not get away from it. Nothing helped. Thank God for the freaking RSO. Decoded Bible, thank you for the follow. Crystals forming the joints. Ugh. Not to get my B-Day dinner even though it was a week ago. Ooh, what'd you get, Kenny? Did you get a steak? I feel like you deserve a good steak. But yeah, this holistic journey, it's been a journey. I started it when I was 20. I went to Colorado in hopes that the legalization of stuff there would help, but I didn't figure it out quite then. And I also didn't I sort of did a lot of elimination diets and figured out like sugar messes with me. I figured it out a lot then, but it's been an 8, almost 9-year journey of figuring out my personal holistic way of treating my illness, and I'm finally about to be in remission. Like today, I had some brownies yesterday, and sugar really messes with my joints. Sugar, bread, and alcohol really mess with my joints, so I try to stay away from it. But I have a big sweet tooth, so I do drink a lot of raw honey. I can have as much raw honey as I want. It doesn't ruin my body at all. But I did have some brownies, and usually that would make my joints feel worse. But today I'm walking more normal than I've ever walked in the past like year. So that's exciting to me. The fact that I can have like a beer or two, or like a couple brownies, and like the next day I'm not like crippled, because that's what it would be. I would have a beer, or like I'd have a cookie, and then the next day walking is out of the question. Like that's how bad it would impact my joints. And so that's where I knew the diet started, because if sugar is impacting me that much, then something's got to help. Something, slowly figuring it out. I found I have a latex that sends my flare-ups over the edge because of what? And they made me feel way worse, so I just stopped. Yeah, and they recommended spine injections. Those are so risky too. Those are so risky, like that close to the spinal cord and RA. Oh, you have RA too? Twins! But also, I'm sorry that you have that. I rarely, never do I meet people with RA. It's so rare. It's so rare for me to connect with people, and it really took a step for me to open up about it, because I really wanted to connect with the chronic illness community. It's not that I thought I was the only one, but it can be isolating. I'm sure anyone with a illness would understand how isolating it can be in the hard times, So it really took me being open about this to find my community, and it's just kind of nice to find people who can just at least resonate with what I'm saying and understand and not pass judgment. They get it, But yeah, I'm sorry you have to freaking deal with that. Anything diabetic type? What do you mean? I don't have any diabetes personally. Do you mean healing holistically with diabetes? I'm glad you're still here. Thank you, Kenny. Where'd you go for your dinner, your birthday dinner? I want to know. Also, I don't know if we said happy birthday to you. It was Bubba's birthday on the 9th. When was yours? Actually, I have a list here. I think yours is on the list. Let me see. Where are my notes? Ugh. That's what I was excited about. Oh. Well, I'm so glad that the right people are coming in. I appreciate you being here, for real, even more. April 5th. Haha. I knew it. Beat you to it. I had a 22-ounce steak fries. Ooh, nice. Some fries, and got a brisket burger and cheesecake. Oh, man. Hell yeah. That's the way to go, dude. You deserve that. Well, happy belated birthday. I'm sorry we missed your birthday. Yeah, I guess we had the sad cryptic on the 3rd of March, April, May, and then Jake's is on the 23rd. Haley is on the 29th. Whoop That Booty is on 25th. I thought I had a cancer. Oof. Blood sugar. I do know that raw honey is great for those with diabetes. It's got not as high of a glycemic index, and it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much as other sugar. I use, I'll do a video about this. I don't remember the name. It's raw honey that I get, though. I get in a 3-pound container, and I do it in everything. Even this drink has raw honey in it. And raw honey, you'll know raw honey because it dissolves fairly easily in drinks, even cold drinks. Whereas sugar, it'll raw honey clumps up too, but sugar doesn't dissolve as easy. like Sugar Honey. The music video for Black Hole Sun, I feel like I'm on acid. Hell yeah, Slim Jizzle. Like your Stella tattoos. Thank you. Ha ha ha, try again. Thank you for the chili! Mine was on 410. Top 5 favorite lists? Lists of what? Aww. Oh, I love you, Kenny. You're great. I'm just glad to see you over here. I'm glad to see you doing better. That's all. That's all I want. How is it 10 o'clock already? Yeah, I think this might be my new stream time, guys, though, for evenings. I was doing them at 5:30, but my traffic was just never good, and then 5:30 is, like, so stressful for me because I have to post at 5:30, I have to do all these, like, I have to post on Instagram, 2 TikTok accounts, YouTube, Facebook, so that, and then on top of making sure I'm, like, on time to stream at 5:30, and then making sure I get all my content done before the day ends at 5:30, it was a little difficult. So I think 8 o'clock might be my new time. If you guys are okay with that, I'm okay with it. After lunch, hell yeah. Is it midnight for you? My birthday was 4/10. I should probably speak in full. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, for some reason I was like, is this job related? Happy belated birthday! That was just a few days ago. I hope you did something fun for yourself. Sorry, and then I get distracted. Like when I think that, I hope people, you don't know me quite yet because you're new, but you will. But I have like really bad ADHD, so like I'll think it and then I'm like I'll almost respond. Like in my head I'll respond, but I don't verbally say it. And then I read someone else's comment, and by then like the thought's already out of my head because of ADHD. I'm all over the place. It's whatever. It's what it is. Yeah. If you are cold, go stand in the corner. It's usually 90 degrees. Oh my god. Okay, no, you're grounded now. All Gucci. I appreciate you, Alicia. You're great. Yeah, so I think I'll be doing a Twitch schedule when I start getting more consistent. I'll probably put one up for this coming week. But yeah, I think my new time will probably be 8 o'clock. And then I do stream in the morning sometimes on Twitch. Or not Twitch, TikTok. But maybe because things are winding down. I have like literally nothing to do. I've just kind of been sitting on my phone the last few days selling content. I don't really have much to do, so might as well just like jump into streaming for like the full day again like I used to. Sweet. Yeah, I was trying to fix the channel points. I guess you guys can hear them, but I can't, so halfway there. I'll fix that tomorrow though. But yeah, just a reminder, link in my bio. There's new Patreon stuff. It's going to be uploaded tonight. Speaking of, I need to hop on Patreon on my web over here. Yeah, there's going to be new stuff on tonight. So, if you want to go check it out, link in my bio. If you don't want to, that's okay. All of the subs go to Odin's surgery, which is on Tuesday. Once again, we're 1,300 away. If you want to donate, link in my bio again for that stuff too. Cute. I saw you smirk a lot of the bad joke. Isn't there a guy that's famous for doing that style of blackout work? I don't know, is there? Sorry to be needed. I really need to be part of someone who experiences life stuff. It's rough. I don't think you're needy. And I don't think you need to apologize. No need to apologize. I absolutely understand. And that's pretty much what my platform revolves around, because it's kind of, I feel the same way. Like, my illness is pretty isolating, so, and I tend to isolate myself too. I just don't feel like really ever fit in quite with people. Even like in the alt crowd, like I still feel like the outcast. So, I really needed to like find my people, and that's kind of where I catered my platform to, just, being authentic, talking about what the hell's going on in my life, to find people who can resonate with that and understand. And if they want to talk about what's going on in their life, I'm an open book. I will not judge. Sometimes people will ask my advice, and I never know if it's bad or like harsh advice, but I'll always say it in the way of like, I have nothing really to gain, like to give you wrong advice. I want to see everybody win. And especially if you support me, like I absolutely want to see you win. So if you come in here, you know, talking about a situation, I'll just give you my honest, unbiased opinion in whatever way that I can try to help with. But nothing's too much. We talk about butt worms, we talk about everything, trauma, everything. So uncomfortable with crowds? Not really because of the crowd aspect. I'm uncomfortable with crowds when my joints are bad because it's hard for me to walk and crowds are very pushy, and when you can barely walk, it's anxiety when it comes to trying to walk. So I understand the pain there. So, oof, yeah, Mr. Obvious, it's not fun. I was there too. Like I literally the last few days I just started being my scooter's not in here. I just been started to be able to kind of hobble out to my podcast room, to my kitchen, like slowly but surely, kind of making it a little better, step by step, day by day, slowly but surely. Doing a wee break, real quick. Ka-chow! Welcome in, Memphis! Oh, thank you for the gift, Elysium! Thank you! That's so nice. Yeah, honestly and truthfully, like, this is why I do content creating, because this is, like, I should be on disability, but we all know how disability is, right? If you know, then you know. It's not great. It's, you're really subjected to poverty. And I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I content create because I've lost so many jobs trying to take care of my joints. I was in the hospital for a week and lost my job. I needed to go to a doctor like 3 times in 1 week and lost another job. Like, people really don't understand how not lenient jobs are when it comes to legit chronic illnesses, because they're chronic. You're constantly in the doctors, you're constantly getting tests, you're constantly getting x-rays, you're constantly getting MRIs. It doesn't matter if you just had one last week. It doesn't matter. You need a new body part scan, they're going to ask for it, and you're going to go get it because that's what's needed. Jobs don't care about that. They'll fire you. And you can get ADA forms, you can get all those legality things figured. It doesn't matter. Trust me, I know. That's why I do what I do. Ah, Elysium, thank you! Oh my goodness! You're so great. Yeah, that's why I do this, because it's the thing that can pay my bills, keep a roof over my head, and like, I don't have family to rely on, so it's the only way I can do it to where, you know, I can make sure I get everything taken care of. Simple as that. And I'm glad I've been going this way. I hope this year is a real successful year for me. I've been doing content creating for like almost 3 years now. So this is usually, I hope this is the time when I blow up and things get big. We'll see. Full respect for you too, Mr. Obvious. I hope you feel better tomorrow, if that's possible. I hope it is. But if you're skedaddling, see you later. Take care of yourself. I'll be on tomorrow. The devil's lettuce. Don't bonk me. Have a good job, but menopause at my age has been so brutal. I had no idea about it. How old are you again? You said you're in your 20s. I don't know if I remember that. Have you considered wild yam cream? I've seen it all over TikTok, and my hormones are a little off because of 35. Okay. Yeah, I hear that, like, we need to have more progesterone or something. I don't know. Either way, if you're interested in any holistic shit, if you haven't looked up wild yam cream, I recommend looking it up. Maybe it'll be a good fit for you if you research it. It's something that I'm going to be trying soon. So, because I want to try it, that's why I'm recommending it. I don't know if it works or not, but go full HRT. I actually sat next to the egg! Pull through and thank you. So generous of you. I had a lady sit next to me when I was getting an infusion one time, and she was talking about actually how she had HRT, and it helped her tremendously. However, I do know that wild yam cream has been talked about of using instead of HRT. Is it like that? I don't know. I haven't tried it. So that's why, like, if you want to look into something like that, because my hormones have been really off, and that can mess with things. So if you don't have family to take money from doing nothing on the internet instead of working, what? Can you try to form like a less run-on sentence so we can understand you hating on me? Try again, buddy, real quick. I heard from my OB that estrogen makes autoimmune worse. Yes, that is absolutely true. Estrogen, and everything's high in estrogen. Like, sugar makes your estrogen high. Like, our diets make estrogen high. And then a lot of birth control is actually high in estrogen. And when you have rheumatoid arthritis, actually if you take birth control, you should be taking birth control that's progesterone forward rather than estrogen forward, because of how your body is with rheumatoid arthritis and autoimmune and stuff like that. So yeah, progesterone is like something that's really needed, and even men have imbalanced hormones. So this is going for you dudes too. Like, if you find that, like, you know, you're moody or you're irritable, you know, maybe look up wild yam cream, or, you know, perhaps progesterone. She said it gave me. Nice. Have you noticed any, like, positive outcomes or anything? I have to have patches twice weekly plus progesterone half of. Okay. Yeah, that makes me want to try the wild yam cream even more, so I'll definitely be doing it, and I'll report back to y'all if y'all are interested. I'll do videos about it anyway, even if you're not, just because I like to do videos about that. But, so, I have heard, though, wild yam cream is really good for a natural way to balance out your hormones, and it's not a pill or a shot that you have to take for, like, a lifetime or whatever. It's more of, like, a cycle that you have to do, so you do it for, like, a month, and then you go off a month, and then you do a month again, and then you go off a month, and then eventually it just kind of neutralizes things out. But you do have to take into consideration how diet plays into factor with what's going on with your body, and that's dependent and so subjective, person to person, you know. Like, well, I can't eat sugar, maybe, you know, Elysium could eat sugar and it doesn't bother them. But I think it's because I have issues with birth control, it makes me feel unhinged. Okay, like, emotional. I am keen, could you drop a link? Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be doing a video about it. So if you come into a live and, like, I've done the video, I'll let you know and whatnot, or I'll tag you in it in my comments. However, my ovaries are failing at 35, no children. Oof. Grimbo, hello. Is your hormone replaced by superior chemicals and microplastics? Hell yeah. Yeah, but if you want to look it up in your own time, it's just wild yam cream. Just look it up and how it balances hormones, and it's great when it comes to rheumatoid arthritis. I think balancing hormones helps control, like, other chemicals in your body, cortisol and things like that, which play a factor in how haywire your body is going and attacking your joints and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I want to look into it. And also my armpits, they smell really weird. They smell like not bad, but like I'm over here like, but like ever since I've had my son, my hormones have been out of whack, but they've been like, my armpits never really smell at all. Like, I've never been the kind to wear deodorant, and now I'm having to wear deodorant because they smell like sweaty, not like BO sweat, but they smell like floral sweaty, and I don't like it. It smells off to me. I don't like it. Do you want another sniff to be sure? It smells, it's like, bad tends to be thyroid. Right, and that's what I mean. Like, I think it's hormone related. Thyroid could be hormone related and whatever. So that's where I'm like, okay, I'm going to try the wild yam cream, and maybe that's just like the final step that I need to situate my hormones, situate the cortisol, whatever's going on in my body. Why did I start smelling my armpit? Yeah, it smells like more of like a floral, weird, sweaty smell. Like, I can't say it smells like BO, but it smells, I don't know how, so like, they say that Asians don't have, like, they have a gene in them that they don't sweat like how other people do. So because I think I have that gene. I could be wrong. I don't know how much Asian is in my blood because I'm Hawaiian Chinese, and obviously I'm white. Okay? Anytime I say that, people are like, what? You're not Hawaiian Chinese. Because I forget to tell them that I'm white because I thought that was pretty fucking obvious. Anyway. But, yeah, so I've never had problems with, like, smelling or anything like that. But, you know, now, after I had a kid, my hormones have been out of whack, so now I'm trying to figure out how to get those all situated again. But are you more sensitive to temperature at the moment? I don't know. Maybe. It is getting warmer here, so I notice I've been getting warmer, but like, I'm not like having hot flashes or anything. Like, I'm not severely cold. Yeah. Wait, you white? Yeah. At the point where checking TSH. What is TSH? No, wait. Pheromones? My friend Sierra, she got some pheromone perfume. And she said that shit worked like crazy. So if you're trying to attract a lover, I recommend. Anyway, my phone's about to die, y'all, so I'm gonna hop off. I will be on tomorrow morning pretty early, either 9:30 or 10:30 or 11:30 my time. I guess that's not pretty early, but earlier than this. So I'll be on all weekend. Thyroid secreting hormone, easy to put on. Oh. Well, I did get a thyroid test. They said that there's nothing wrong with my thyroid, but it was ironic because my thyroid was really swollen. So the blood results said nothing though, so I'm not sure what to take from that. But my thyroid isn't swollen anymore. Like, I used to be able to do this, and you can see my thyroid literally like poking out. And the freezer is very cold. Put your hand over it, is it very cold? Is my hand cold? No. I'm very warm-blooded. I just think my hormones haven't balanced out because of the food I've been eating. I've been eating kind of crappy food, but like, I thought it wasn't bad for me, but it was, which is funny because it was McDonald's and shit. I know it's bad for you, but anyway. But if it hurts thyroid, oh, okay, it doesn't hurt. No. I guess that's good though. I do know I do have iodine, and thyroid needs iodine. So anytime I have like thyroid issues, I do like the iodine test, which is usually very helpful. But yeah, I will let you guys know once I actually submitted a request for a free sample for the wild yam cream. So if I get approved for it, then I'll let you guys know how it goes. Especially you, Weibo Watch, and the rest of you too. Okay, but anyway, okay, I gotta charge my phone. I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna go drink a smoothie. I'm gonna meditate. Don't forget there's stuff on Patreon. Don't forget tomorrow we're gonna raise money for Odin to have his surgery tomorrow on Sunday. So if you want to be there, be square. If not, that's okay too. We'll miss you. But for now, good night. I love you guys. You're amazing. Don't forget it, okay? Don't forget to eat and hydrate if you haven't today, alright? Or else I will find you. Okay? I will find you. And I will shove a water bottle down your throat. Alright? You'll learn what deep throating is on that day. I'm just kidding. So sorry. Anyway. Alright, Joseph. Well, I'm sorry that you just got a BBDB like. Anyway. Yes, you guys. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Be amazing, because you are. Stay wonderful. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love y'all. Sweet dreams. Toodaloo. Good night. Bye-bye.